Hello! Welcome.
Hi there, everybody. Happy 90th.
Happy 90th anniversary to the Barnstormers. I am Pim Van Amerongen.
Blair Hundertmark.
Becca Gottlieb.
Vinette and Frank Wells Cotter.
We're going to be interviewing these two amazing alumni, veterans of the Barnstormers.
We haven't been there all 90 years.
We haven't been there all 90
It
years.
It
But
might appear that we have been.
a lot of good memories, a lot of wonderful memories.
We're going to dig into some of those during this.
Are we?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
not. Goodbye.
I hope you have a short shovel.
So hello, everyone. I am going to be interviewing Frank and Vinette first. We've got a really fun game planned. But first, I'd like to ask them a few questions. I've done a lot of shows with Frank and Vinette over the years. Actually, I think 10 years ago, this summer was our first show together. And I remember hearing through the grapevine that they've been on a few game shows in their past. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah,
When we moved to New York, Frank went on. At that time, Jeopardy was hosted by Art Fleming, and he prepped for the show, took the exam. Happened to be the same exam our next door neighbor took, but he said, "I'll be honest and tell them that I know these questions," and he did, and they liked his honesty, so they put him on the show, and he was doing really good.
I missed beeping on one double Jeopardy, which was an easy one, and it really put me off my game. And so I'm watching this board that they had up there then, and these two women are starting to cut. I'm pressing the buzzer and I'm getting beat, and I'm saying, "Why are they beating me?" The final Jeopardy, I got the final Jeopardy. They did too, and I lost to both of them.
And I was on Joe Graggiola's memory game, and I won.
We are celebrating the 90th anniversary of the Barnstormers, so we're going to play a 90-second game show. So get ready, it's going to be quick. It's called Name That Show.
Name that show.
And I've got a few props here that symbolize a show that either Frank and I or Vinette and I were in together. And let's see if any of these can pique your memory.
Remember, you're dealing with an aged mind.
I mean, is this are we going to be, they're going to test us on this, and then they're going to say, they're.
No, it's not hard at all. All right, we've got our first thing here. Now this one, I'm not actually sure if we were all in together, but I know you'll get it. All right, so ready, set, first thing, it's a train whistle. What do you think it's from?
Oh, gosh, he meant Ghost Train. Yes.
Yes, you got it. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so it sounds like Frank might have gotten that one first.
Yeah.
I'm going to give the point to
Well,
him.
I wasn't in Ghost Train, so I shouldn't get a minus for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. We'll give you a half point.
Okay.
Here comes the next one, guys. This is a pack of hot dogs. What do you think it's from?
No.
No, you ate hot dogs in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn Yankees!
She got it. Damn Yankees. That was correct. So right now we've got Vinette with 1.5 points and Frank with 1 point. But let's see if this one can shake up the game a little bit. I know I was in this show with Frank, but I've got a beer growler.
That was that.
What do you think that's from?
Something on the barroom floor.
No.
Gold in the Hills.
You're very close.
What was it?
12 Nights in a Bar Room. No,
There it is.
You never did.
Well,
What?
it wasn't 12. It was 2 less, but you were close.
Oh, okay.
10 Nights in a Barroom.
That was
You don't
it.
get credit for that just because you knocked the two off.
I think I'm going to give you both a half point for that one, too.
Okay.
All right. Okay, cool. So we've got, what is that then? 2 points for Vinette and 1.5 for Frank?
Sounds good.
Feels right to me. Okay, the next one, this is going to be easy. This was the the second show I was ever in with Vinette. I don't think Frank was in it. But, what's this?
Handbag. Earnest in Love.
That's it. Ding, ding, ding. Point.
Stop that.
You know, Vanette, actually, I can't stop singing that song. Ever since we did that show together, that song about the handbag has always stayed with me. A handbag is not a proper mother, not a proper mother.
Not a proper mother.
Exactly. I love it. All right, we're doing well. You've gotten all of them so far, no problem. The last one, I need to change costumes really quick for 1 second.
This
Oh,
better
gotcha.
be good.
You're stripping, are you?
Oh, a muffler,
Oh,
a scarf.
oh my God.
I've got
I'm
goggles and a scarf. I don't think I was actually in the show with y'all, but I figured that this might work. And pretend I'm like in a car. And I'll just
Oh, I know what it is. Wind in the Willows, or
close.
Toad of Toad Hall.
There it is. You got it together.
I think I rang first.
You've won a glorious trip fishing in New Hampshire because we know you like to do that.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
We'll take that.
We'll take it.
Thank you so much for playing. You guys were awesome.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you
We had
for
a lot
putting
of
it together.
fun.
Call it a tie, but I was really nervous that you weren't going to get any of those, so I'm glad you got most of them.
Wait a minute. At the beginning, you said,
I might have exaggerated.
I said, okay.
I thought you were going to do funny thing happened on the way to the forum.
Well, okay, Vanette, I really wanted to do that, but funny enough, I didn't have a statue of you in my house.
Oh,
Oh.
you didn't keep the bust, huh?
I didn't keep
Okay.
the bust.
Hold my bust with pride, I think
Oh.
she said.
Carry.
Oh, carry my bust with pride.
Yeah.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
well, Frank does not forget
Well.
that line. That's my segment, and now we're off to 90 seconds with Blair.
Well, in honor of the Barnstormers' 90th anniversary, we thought we'd dig into some of the juicy backstage stories. You know, with who better to dish than, you know, a couple of straight shooters who are well-loved veteran actors, the Barnstormers. We're going to call this segment 90 Seconds with Frank and Vanette.
I'm impressed with ourselves. Yeah,
Our close
we can dish the dirt with the best of them.
Now, Frank, you've worked with lots of actors over the years at the Barnstormers. Some many very generous actors, some not so generous. Who was your least favorite actor to be on stage with?
Oh, that's a nasty question, but I know exactly who I'm going to name because I did a production. What? No, you sure? Okay. Never mind.
Okay, well, let's move on to a second question. Now, Vanette, now Frank both acts and directs, and he's done both at the Barnstormers. Which do you think he does better?
Well, I have to. Well, you know. Well, I both.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's both. That was a long pause. I didn't know where I was supposed to go. Okay, never mind.
Never mind.
Can you cut
Next
that?
one?
All right, let's move on to a third question then. Now, Frank, you've worked with Bob Shea for many, many years, been directed by him many times. Was there ever some direction that you really, really disagreed with?
Well, I can refer to a specific show where we had a little bit
I think they're running out of. Aren't you running out of time?
I don't think they are. I didn't answer the question. Boy, you see how she prevails. She won the contest, and now she wants to win this one.
No.
Oh no, okay, never mind.
But any other questions?
Okay, well, we're learning a lot, little pieces here. We have one final question, and that's, there's a lot of backstage tales about, couples, actors getting amorous, getting intimate on the set, after the audience departs, and maybe using the set. So that's something you two ever,
When you directed us on Golden Pond,
the
set was so comfortable.
He's there for God.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we have a reputation we have to uphold.
We do? Oh, well, yes, we do. Of course we do.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we learned a little, and that's 90 seconds with Frank and Vanette. And now over to Becca.
Thank you, Blair. I'm Becca, and I'm here with Frank and Vanette, and we all met in Damn Yankees last summer. They were both hilarious. Then I remember you brought me a program, an original Damn Yankees program. Do you remember that?
Well, I do remember that. It was Gwen Verdon.
Verdon. Gwen Verdon was in another.
I have the habit of doing that. And it was fun to look at, wasn't it? We had a great time looking at that.
It was great. We had a great time in the dressing room. All of the girls always wanted to hear about your love story. We always wanted to know how you and Frank met. So you both met doing a production of The Fantastics, or you said you were introduced during a production of The Fantastics that Frank was in?
Yes, Frank played the old actor, and we had a chest on the stage, and it would
they cut a hole
in the stage, and underneath was the where they made props and scenery. It was a scenery shot, and so he would enter with the Indian, and I would be handing as an apprentice, and I was doing props for the show. I think I was 18 or 19 at the time. And I would hand them the plums. I would hand them, all that wonderful things. And the actor who played the Indian, our good friend, used to have.
Well, he preceded me through this chest, and almost every night he would politely pass gas. So I would come up through this.
Intentionally.
Oh, yes, this was intentional.
Yeah.
And make my way through this miasma of fog. And I'm sure a lot of it drifted up to Vanette, who, poor dear, was up there. And she said, who are these?
Being an underling, I certainly didn't say anything, but it was not a very nice way for an introduction. But at first I thought it was Frank, but it wasn't. It was the other actor. But that was our introduction.
Yeah.
But yeah. I used to sit in the room below and just listen to the song, try to remember. And being so naive back then, I just used to sit there and dream about what can happen and all the different kinds of emotions. So it brings back very fond memories.
And then she started, we were on a mountain, the theater was on a mountain, and there was a sort of an overlook, and she would sometimes in the evening when we were there with a group, usually, she would threaten to jump off the mountain. And I said, oh my God, she's crazy too. So those two things attracted me.
That is so romantic, and you two are adorable. And we all the girls always loved hearing all of your stories. But speaking of the Fantastics, it happens to be a Barnstormers favorite. So we put together some short little excerpts from the show, and we had a great time doing it. Well, we hope you like it. Enjoy.
Enjoy. Hope you like it.
Enjoy.
Try to remember the kind of September when life was slow and oh so mellow. Try to remember the kind of September when grass was green and grain so yellow. Try to remember the kind of September when you were tender and callow.
Hear how the wind begins to whisper. See how the leaves go streaming by. Smell how the velvet rain is falling out where the fields are warm and dry. Now is the time to run inside and stay. Now it's gonna rain. I can see it, soon it's gonna rain. I can tell, soon it's gonna rain. What are we gonna do? Try to remember, and if you remember, then follow, 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 follow.
I hope next year is a better year than this year for everybody, for everything, but particularly the Barnstormers.
Yeah, we miss you all.
Oh, yeah,
We miss you.
absolutely. Yeah.
We miss the people, we miss the atmosphere. It's like Brigadoon, and we miss that.
I'm gonna miss working with you all this summer. So
You know,
next summer.
Yeah, you know,
Hopefully-
91 is better than 90 anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
we'll celebrate next summer.
The 91st.
We all have to stay healthy, and hopefully we will get through this. This too shall pass.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, bye, everyone.
Barnstormers.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Be well, be safe, take care. See you next year.
Bye.
Bye.